Do you wake up already exhausted? Do you feel pressure the moment your eyes open? Like no matter how hard you work, you're still falling behind? Do you spend your days stressed, overstimulated, mentally drained, only to repeat the exact same cycle the next morning? And somehow, this became normal. Burnout is called ambition, exhaustion is called discipline, mental collapse is called success. But what if the problem isn't you? What if modern life was designed to keep you permanently tired? Today we're going to break down why hustle culture is destroying millions of people, why rest now feels almost illegal, and why the system profits most when you never feel satisfied. Because after a while, you have to ask yourself, are you really building your own life, or just exhausting yourself to build someone else's dream? I used to think people were failing because they lacked discipline, that they got distracted too easily, quit too early, wanted comfort too much. But the older I got, the more I started noticing something strange. People aren't slowing down, they're speeding up. More noise, more pressure, more stimulation, more expectations, every year. And somehow, despite all the technology, productivity hacks, self-improvement content, and endless optimization, people feel more mentally drained than ever. That's not normal. And maybe it's time we started asking why. When did being exhausted become something to be proud of? Seriously, when did this happen? When did sleeping 4 hours become discipline? When did answering emails at midnight become ambition? Why does everyone act like constantly destroying yourself is somehow impressive? And have you noticed something? The more burned out someone is, the more society respects them. Oh, he works all the time. She never stops. He's obsessed. She's grinding. Like this is something admirable. But let me ask you something. At what point did we stop calling this what it really is? Stress, addiction, mental exhaustion. Because this isn't balance. And deep down, most people already know that. That's why so many people feel guilty when they do absolutely nothing for one day. Like they're wasting time, falling behind, losing value as a person. That's not healthy. That's conditioning. And you know what makes this even worse? There's money in your exhaustion. A lot of money. Think about it. The more anxious people become, the more they consume. More coffee, more energy drinks, more productivity apps, more self-help content, more courses, more dopamine, more distraction. And social media figured this out perfectly. Because the moment people become unhappy with their normal lives, they become easier to sell to. That's why Instagram is flooded with fake success. Fake millionaires, fake entrepreneurs, fake gurus. Guys flying to Dubai just to rent a Lamborghini for a few hours. Taking photos in front of hotels they can't afford. Pretending they cracked the code to life at 22 through dropshipping, crypto, or some secret mindset. And then what do they sell? Courses, mentorships, financial freedom. Escape the matrix. Make money while you sleep. Meanwhile, the people watching these videos are waking up at 6 a.m., sitting in traffic, working jobs they hate, already mentally exhausted, desperately hoping someone finally has the answer. And these people know that. That's the business model. Modern life keeps selling people solutions for problems modern life created in the first place. And almost nobody stops to ask why. Why are people more connected than ever, yet mentally more overwhelmed than ever? Why does everyone feel behind all the time? Why does relaxing for one evening suddenly feel irresponsible? Because a calm person is hard to manipulate. A person who is genuinely at peace doesn't constantly need more, and that's bad for business. Do you know what's actually scary? Most people can't sit alone with their own thoughts anymore. Seriously, try it. No phone, no music, no scrolling, no notifications, just silence. For 10 minutes. Why does that feel uncomfortable now? Why do people instantly reach for their phones the second life gets quiet? I started noticing this in myself too. The moment my brain had even a few seconds of silence, I wanted to check something. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, messages, emails, anything. And that's when I realized something. This isn't normal. Human brains were never designed for this level of constant input. Short videos, fast cuts, infinite scrolling, endless dopamine hits. Every app competing for your attention every second of the day. And then people wonder why nobody can focus anymore, why reading a book suddenly feels difficult, why attention spans are collapsing, why people feel mentally exhausted all the time. Because the brain never gets a real break anymore. And the craziest part? Most of this is intentional. These platforms are engineered to keep you distracted, keep you reacting, keep you consuming. Because the longer they control your attention, the more profitable you become. And after a while, something even worse starts happening. People stop actually living. They just function. Wake up, go to work, answer messages, pay bills, get through the week. Repeat. Autopilot. And maybe that's the real danger of modern life. Not that people are tired, but that they slowly become disconnected from their own existence. Have you ever had one of those moments where you suddenly realize weeks went by and you barely remember any of it? Like life started blending together. Same routines, same stress, same screens, same conversations. And deep down, you know you're not really present anymore. You're surviving, not living. And that's terrifying. Because people wait their entire lives for things to finally slow down. After this project, after more money, after next month, after next year. And suddenly they wake up at 40, 50, 60, wondering where their life actually went. And maybe this is the question nobody asks anymore. Why are you doing all of this? Seriously, why? Why are you working this hard? Why are you constantly rushing? Why are you trying so desperately to become successful? Who told you what success even looks like? Social media? Your parents? Society? People online pretending to have perfect lives? Because a lot of people spend their entire existence chasing goals they never truly chose for themselves. More money, more status, more validation, more approval. And they never stop long enough to ask, do I even want this life? That's the trap. People become so busy chasing the next thing, they never realize they're running on someone else's definition of success. And honestly, that might be the biggest scam of modern life. And maybe that's where real change actually starts. Not with another motivational quote, not with another productivity hack, not with another lie disguised as self-improvement, but with awareness. Because once you see how this system works, you start seeing it everywhere. The pressure, the comparison, the endless need to do more, become more, prove more, and maybe for the first time, you stop automatically accepting it as normal. Because the truth is, modern life will never stop pulling on your attention. Social media won't slow down. The pressure won't disappear. The noise won't magically stop. Nobody is coming to protect your peace for you. That responsibility is yours. And maybe real success today is being able to think clearly in a world designed to keep you distracted. To stay calm in a culture addicted to chaos. To build a life that actually feels like yours, instead of one constantly performed for everyone else. Because at the end of the day, the most dangerous thing modern life can steal from you isn't your money. It's your mind. If this video resonated with you, stay with me. Because I think more and more people feel that something about modern life is deeply wrong, but almost nobody talks about it honestly. That's why I started this channel. No fake motivation, no self-proclaimed experts, no rented luxury lifestyles disguised as success. Just honest videos about discipline, pressure, burnout, growth, and how to stay human in a world that constantly tries to turn us into machines. So if you're tired of surface-level advice and fake success culture, subscribe. Because this is only the beginning. And soon, my book is coming as well. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.